It's week 3 of the National Football League, and we've got Desmond Ridder. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Lions and the Eagles, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Might carry them a long way.
We go 3-0
for the Lions here. They too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 17 carries, 78 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
Well, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Well, should have taken it on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now Brown. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 15 carries, 128 yards.
So, partner, you know, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in, and now it's 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times...
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Ridder will set up to throw it. Going right back to Ferguson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ritter now on second down. That one complete to Parker. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Ritter. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Ritter fires quickly out wide. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. If you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Rosas' kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, putting together a good drive and get some points of their own.
Trying to find Jamison Williams, and now it's second down. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way. And that's how you shake off the interception they threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Eagles hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On third down, here's Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Eagles. Darren Waller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Ritter now. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After one, 7-3 the score. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 12. They'll run again with Harris. 4 yards on the pick. Back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yards to put themselves in a good spot down there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. With it is Brown. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And maybe getting a little exciting to play on. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game. I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 6. Going play action. Ritter. This is caught. Touchdown. Jake Ferguson. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Lions are once again back in front. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, But most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Look at repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's another carry for Harris. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And tackled on the play by Broderick Martin. 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here we go, here we go.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Richardson looking to throw this. That's again complete to Palmer. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 33. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Richardson working from the gun. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Richardson to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Richardson now on 3rd and goal. Wide open receiver complete. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand.
Ready?
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit halftime. But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. But to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Richardson looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And a crossover out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for 28 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Again, it's Richardson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you get most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They run again with Harris. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Ritter back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. I think a lot of times when we see a sack, you say, well, you blame it on the offensive line, the quarterback, but here, maybe you just tip your hat to the defender. What a play.
Yeah, and I think sometimes they just get a sense of the play before the ball's even snapped. Kind of like a sprinter anticipating the gun in the race. They're off, and guess what? The quarterback's down.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Meanwhile, Richardson so complete there to Thomas. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Out quickly here to Smith-Njigba. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 38 now. Here's second down at the yard. Richardson off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. That's completed right side to Palmer. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Off play action. Richardson. He'll buy some time right. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Richardson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Palmer with an amazing diving catch. And the Eagles have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point. a 17-10 score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here's Ritter. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
First down, here's Ritter. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple.
Ready.
On play action, here's Ritter. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Calling a loss of 5, a good sack to bring up third down.
They were looking for a big play in this comeback situation, and they call a play-action pass, and it backfires. If you're going to run that play this late in the game, you have to have a plan in mind to avoid.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Come on. Hey.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Ready.
Here we go with McCaffrey.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2nd down and 6 now from the 26. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, here's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal now as they look for that final dagger. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, McCaffrey. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Buffalo 80. Buffalo 18. Trap 60. Trap 60.
Now Richardson. And this is caught. And it could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Lions down by 2 touchdowns. 1:55 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Ready?
Now Ritter. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Ritter. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 4th down, big play. Here's Ritter. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Racing to the end zone. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there. And that pick-6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get. So really, you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call. It will make a nice play on the ball. And that's all she wrote.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Here's 2nd and 10. Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Ritter. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked up by Cam Smith. And the Eagles are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Joey Bosa in on the stop. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
Somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they